Good Morning Texas Home and Wealth, sponsored by Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending.
Diamond Head on the island of Oahu. It's one of Hawaii's most iconic and challenging landmarks. FYI, the hiking trail to the top includes dark underground tunnels and 2 steep sets of stairs totaling 175 steps. Sounds perfect for Rodney Anderson. One of the biggest steps so many of us take in life is buying a house, with first-time home buyers coming back into the market. Our mortgage expert, Rodney Anderson, is here with 8 steps you have to take before buying your first home. Thanks for coming in the rain.
Good morning, Jane.
It's messy out there.
It is crazy out there, but it's just like the housing market. It is crazy. I call it housing crazy right now.
It's unbelievable, and it's really difficult for people in this kind of market to figure out what to do with mortgages and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, people are getting really frustrated in today's market, and so we want to break down some of the steps. We can't cover all 8 today, but I receive phone calls every single day from people, Jane, that are saying, I can't find a house, I'm so frustrated, I'm mad at my agent. And so one of the first things that people need to do is talk with your lender up front, talk with the bank, know what programs are available, but more importantly, know how much money you're going to need for down payments, for closing costs, for escrow setup, because it's all about the money. And in the old days, sellers would pay a lot of closing costs and all that, and right now there's very, very little negotiation for closing costs.
So are you saying that step 1, have all of your facts and figures in order?
Yeah, number 1, meet with the lender, talk with them about what programs are available. Number 2, and most important, gather all your financial documents. Do not go out and look at a house until a lender has looked at your tax returns, your paycheck stubs, your tax or your W-2s, everything, your banks, everything out there. Because the reason is we get a lot of people that are bonus, commission, self-employed, and they say, you know, I make $100,000, but I only report about $10,000, and you may not be able to get a loan, especially if you're going to sell your house. Do not sell your house unless you've been approved for a loan up front.
And the last thing you want to do is have a disappointment also. If you think you're going to qualify and then you don't because you don't have all that paperwork in order that you're talking about.
Yeah, or you think that you can qualify for a $300,000 house and you only qualify for a $200,000 house. Some of the other things that I think it's really important for us to talk about is credit. One of the most important aspects is a credit report. And here's what happens. There's so many different credit scoring models. The credit bureaus have it so confusing out there. A lot of people
a
lot of people go to Credit Karma. They have one score. They go directly to the bureaus. They have another score. They go to a mortgage lender, and it's another score. It's kind of like the whole Taco Bell, KFC, Pizza Hut, where you can buy one. You can shop for 3 different restaurants under one roof. Same thing when it comes to getting a credit score. All the bureaus control it all, but they give everybody different scoring methods, and it's so confusing.
So let me ask you a question. Credit is number 3. When should you allow someone to pull your credit report?
I believe once you've talked to the lender, it's one of the most important things that you can do up front. And the reason being is you got to know where you stand, because lending is all based on score. Your interest rate is determined by score. Everybody picks up the phone and says, what's your rate? And my first question is, what's your credit score?
And so what about things like falling behind on payments, credit cards, all that? People get nervous when you say credit report.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are behind on your payments, you may not be able to qualify for a loan. If you've had bumps and bruises in the past, we just need to see what type of loan is best for you. And also what happens, though, everybody thinks they have perfect credit, and then they may have a medical collection on their credit report for like $10 that's dropped their score 100 points. So know before you go.
It's those little bitty things that can really mess up your credit score too.
Yeah, and people are like, you got to be kidding me. But then we can kind of give you the advice once we have it. Before you go out looking, we can give you the advice on what to do, because on a medical collection, you may be able to go to the collection company, and you may be able to get it removed from your credit.
So once you've been through all that, what are your final 3 steps?
Well, I think number 1 up front, the whole thing, gather your information. Make sure you know what house you want to buy. Make sure you know what lender you're going to use up front. And stay off the internet. God, people are going out and they're looking at internet lenders, and they're in California. Can you walk into a lender's office in California if something goes wrong? No. So know your lender, gather your information, use a great realtor, and know what programs that are available for you.
Good advice in a difficult
Jane.
market.
That's right.
Thank you, Rodney. If you want to know more, give Rodney a call at 1-800-EXPRESS, or you can log on to rodneyanderson.com.
On June